Hi, my name's Andy Weaver and welcome to my new YouTube channel, Dream.Build.Camp, my journey designing and building a DIY travel trailer. Wanted to make sure I built something big enough for me and my wife and 3 kids to comfortably camp in, so I went with a very traditional floor plan that has a front queen area for a front queen bed, kitchen, you can see here, rear bunks, rear bath, 12-volt fridge there. It's got air conditioning, mini split, a little different than your traditional RV. Picked that up on Amazon. Gas stove on it, hooks up to 2 30-pound LP tanks. It does have full bathroom, toilet with black tank, gray tank, shower. As you can see, a lot of this stuff is a work in progress here, but getting there. Been a long road. How was I able to do this? Well, it helps that I live in Elkhart, Indiana, RV capital of the world. A lot of biggest RV manufacturers are headquartered here. How did I get the frame for this? Well, I didn't build it from scratch. I picked up a surplus frame from a company called Bontrager's RV Surplus in White Pigeon, Michigan. I was thankful that they actually had a 24-foot travel trailer frame, which as big as I could go with because that's all that would fit in my garage at the time to get this project started. So from there, how did I build this? I designed the whole trailer around that 24-foot frame in a 3D design program, CAD program called SketchUp. Now, SketchUp's not your traditional 3D design program. It's often used in architecture and a lot of other things, but it really worked out perfect for me. It also has some great features such as a layout program where you can take your 3D design stuff, turn it into 2D prints to really lay this thing out and be able to build it with a little bit of accuracy. It also has a great AI tool that was pretty exciting to use that helped me visualize the project in the end and think, okay, yeah, this is what I want it to look like. As far as the RV construction goes, I tried to do something a little different here, looking for some little bit different outcomes than in traditional RVs. I borrowed a little bit of tech from the residential housing industry, the commercial construction industry, and kind of hybridized that and blended it into traditional RV construction. Most RVs, the walls, the floors, the framing of the box, as they say, is either aluminum frame that's has a fiberglass skin on, or a wood frame with perhaps an aluminum skin on there. I did something a little different in that I used light gauge steel for my framing on that. Light gauge steel is great, very sustainable material. Steel is the most recycled material in the world. Easy to work with. Since I used a pretty light gauge, I could cut it with basically a pair of tin snips and rivet it together to make a pretty strong frame. Definitely experimental. We'll see how this thing holds up going down the road. Another feature for the construction on this is it's kind of a twin wall construction. Again, borrowed that from my home that I live in. Has framing with insulation on the inside and then continuous insulation on the outside. Usually that's nailed on. This is actually glued on, which was a learning curve, but I came up with some pretty cool processes to make that work. And what it allows for is reduced thermal bridging from your outside temperatures on the inside. So I kind of built this thing like a big cooler or a big igloo, if you will, just to really try and push the envelope on weather situations and stuff. We like to hit the beach in the summer. It gets pretty hot. I want to have some boondocking capabilities. So I really focused in on that R value with things like rock wool insulation on the floor and ceiling and the rear wall on that. And then XPS Foamular, Owens Corning Foamular on the outside, skinning the whole thing to give it a really, really tight, well-insulated box. Had to do some research on some construction detail work there and borrowed a lot of stuff from the more recent barn-dominium construction movement as far as how I did around my doors and windows and corners and baggage doors and all that stuff. Was a lot of stuff to figure out, but we're getting there. I love it. That insulation even goes all the way down. There's no real skirt on this, which could, it's a trade-off. Well, get a ding or something here, it's gonna be a little harder to fix, but I wanted that extra I wanted the insulation to come all the way down. You know, I see a lot of people love to put that skirting on the ground if they're doing some winter camping or anything. I wanted to really make this thing as ready as I can. You know, they talk about in homes, you know, what kind of delta are you getting from the outside temperature to the inside temperature? How much energy does that take to heat or cool the RV to combat, you know, whatever kind of temperature scenario you are camping in? From there, also plywood roof, plywood floor, rubber roof, like I said, fiberglass skin glued on was you'll see, I'll share the videos as we go here with how that went. Skinning this thing by myself was kind of wild, but I got it done. We're on there. I got a couple things to repair here and there, but it, for the most part, looks pretty good. You also see that this travel trailer has a V-nose front end and an arched roof. Wanted to do something that was a little aesthetically different and something with a little bit of improved aerodynamics, offset any extra weight that I might have from my extra insulation and features and things I have. It'll be interesting learning about that when we get to my weigh-in when I get done here. Still have some work to go though. I need to pick up a water heater, an awning, finish a lot of detail work, do some painting, a lot of stuff to do still. Feel free to comment about what you think about the project. If you're excited about it, if there's stuff you want me to cover, I would like to do some DIY stuff, maybe talk about some components a little bit that are out there in the RV industry, and ultimately get out there and do some camping, see how this thing works in the real world. Any other stuff you're thinking about that you might want to see, just hit me in that comment section and I'll do the best I can to put that stuff out there. So hit that subscribe button, follow along with this project. Got a lot of exciting things coming. If you're a DIY guy or an RV person, any of that stuff, like to just have a little conversation about what it means to get out there and camp and do a lot of this fun stuff. Thanks for following along. Appreciate it. See you next time.